Crafting Journey, that journey chick on Instagram. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. It's cold out today. Of course, now I'm inside with my nice warm heater. I love that heater. If you want to know where I got it from, Amazon. I'll send you the link. Just private message me, send you the link. I finished the bottom row of Alice Lost. Yeah, the whole bottom row is done. This has been such a nice break from the confetti that is the Chuck Pinson that I've been working on. But tomorrow I'm putting this away after the live, getting the Chuck out. Going to work on that this weekend. Before I forget, because I will forget, couple of things. Book club, and I will put this in the Facebook group, Crafting Journey. We are going to meet on Sunday at 2 p.m. So please join us. We are currently not reading a book. Some of us are reading Nora Roberts' new book, The Awakening. I'm not done with it. It's quite a long book. I'm in part 2. But what we're going to do at the book club meeting, it's just a little, we're just going to have a little get together, a little chit chat. What do we want to read next? And I think we can all agree that we want something a little bit more mature than the last group of books. They were fun. It was a good series of books to do over Christmas. They were quick reads. They were cute. But now we want to get into something has a little bit more meat. So if you're interested in that, you can private message me or you just show up. The Zoom link will be put into the chat. I'm going to pay for more than 40 minutes because we got cut off at 40 minutes last time. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is I always forget to promote my live on Sunday. So before I forget, I do the morning show live on Sundays at 11 a.m. Central. So nothing special planned this weekend. So if you can't make it to live, that's okay. Just hashtag replay. But I love when you guys show up and interact with me. Yeah, it'll be fun. It usually goes for about an hour and a half, and we just have a good time. So you guys requested that I do a Saturday show. Usually Saturdays is my day off of social media. Well, I've been giving it a lot of thought. And I thought, what would the harm be of me getting up? It's my usual routine anyway, the other 7 days or 6 days a week. But I'm going to go ahead and do a Saturday show tomorrow. It's going to be recorded. It will not be live. So I'll do another morning show. I'll add a Saturday morning show. And, with the quarantine, let's just hope I can find something to talk about. It gets tough because I don't leave this house. I had 2 other humans in my house yesterday. 2 other humans. I was so excited because they were men. Now, they were refrigerator repairmen, but who cares, right? They were men. Young men, too. And one was so gosh darn nice. So what happened was, oh gosh, the refrigerator saga continues, right? Y'all been following the refrigerator saga. I think my head's growing. Is it getting bigger or are my hats shrinking? I don't know. So let's do some diamond painting while I chat. How about that? I started up on the next row. And let's do a color, shall we? Let's do this red color. Okay, so what was I talking about? Oh, the refrigerator. Anyway, so the refrigerator, God rest its soul. I bought this thing used at a little place that sells used appliances, and it's a nice refrigerator. And I bought it, for on 4 payments, same as cash, no interest. So every month I go in and I make a $60 payment for 4 months, and then the refrigerator's paid off. So yesterday I noticed it's not running, or the day before I noticed it's not running. and the stuff in the freezer is melting. The ice cubes are melting. Now I have a separate freezer. I always have. So I quickly took whatever things were in there. Like there was some like garlic bread, or there wasn't anything major in there, and I threw it in the freezer, my other freezer, and the ice is what it is. It just melted. So now I've got this huge block of ice I've got to get out of the ice cube compartment. But and the refrigerator stuff was still cool, but not cold. So I call the place up, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't have anybody that can come out today." And so she calls me back, and she says, I don't have anything comparable that you can trade. I'm so sorry." And she's apologizing all over herself because we have had this refrigerator saga going now since I bought the darn thing. This is the second one because I did trade out on the first one. She goes, "I don't have anything you can trade it with. The repair people, they can come out, but not till tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And so I don't want to trade it." And she goes, "I can give you your money back." I'm like, "No, no, no. I'll wait till tomorrow." Meanwhile, I'm thinking I'm going to lose all this food. So as much stuff as I could in the refrigerator, I put in the freezer. I don't know if you can freeze cheese, but it's frozen now. Golly. I don't have a lot of food in the refrigerator anyway. I just don't keep a lot of food here. Anyway, because it's just me. So it's like condiments and soda and water and creamer for the coffee and stuff like that. But so knowing that nobody's coming till tomorrow, I said, let me try this one thing. And I crank the temperature up to coldest. Boom, all of a sudden the refrigerator comes on. I'm like, "Oh, that's good." But I don't want to call her back and tell her that because I want the repairman to come out. So the two repairmen, they come out yesterday, and lo and behold, the thermostat was broken. So they said, "This is an easy fix." So they were telling me the reason that there's such a shortage, there's apparently, this is what I didn't know, there is a shortage of used appliances because how they get the used appliances is when people go out and buy new ones. So when these big companies sell new appliances, they bring the new appliance out, they take the old one away, and they give it to these used places. And these used places repair it and sell it. So there's been a shortage of all kinds of new appliances, like washers and dryers and refrigerators and stuff, because apparently this is the kind of conversation I have with grown men in my house. Whatever. Anyway, so apparently during this pandemic, manufacturing of appliances shut down for several months last year. So they have never caught up. So there's been this shortage, and then people weren't buying any new appliances. So everybody's hope now is that, you got your stimulus check, you go buy a new appliance or whatever. So because there's a shortage of used appliances now, people that are in the market for refrigerators are all competing for the same new refrigerators, and they're just none to be had. And anyway, this is the conversation. Yes. I lead an exciting life. So, but the good news is they were in and out. Boom, boom. Fix the thing, they're gone. Refrigerator's cold again. Yay. That saga is over with. Yay. Oh, my word. Anyway, that's as exciting as it gets around here. And then I waited all day for the Chewy.com delivery, my dog food for the dogs. Where's the dogs? Oh, Jake is in front of his little fireplace. See, he's in his bed right here. He's so cute. He enjoys that fireplace more than I do. Oh, I'm stuffy today. I don't know why. Anyway, what was I talking about? So today's Friday. Woohoo! Groundhog Day, just like any other day. Nothing special planned for this weekend. Nothing going on that I know of. Yeah. It's terrible. So last night I got to looking and at the sparklers. Now I don't want to order any, but first of all I realized just like Tia, I have a lot of round sparklers, not a lot of squares. Because when Tina, who is the owner of DP with Sparklers, first started, she did not have a lot of square sparklers, so we were ordering rounds. So I went through to see what I had square-wise, and here's what I came up with. This is my square selection, and these are either squares or sparklers for squares. Now I have the regular original sparklers for squares, which are, they're made out of glass. They're real pretty. I don't know if you guys have ever seen them. Now, I don't know if there's anywhere that I want to use these yet, but I thought, all right, I'll get them out just in case. Now, I found these that match colors in the painting here. First of all, when I talked about the white in her dress, which is $37.56. I don't have anything like that to put there. There is already a sparkler, an AB that runs throughout her dress, and that is this blue, which I'm thinking will probably be enough. But so I have these. I did go on the site, the website for DP with Sparklers, and looked at the available squares, and because I thought if they have this one, I had said I wasn't going to order them. If they have this $37.56, is that what it is? I would order it. They don't have it. Okay, so we're just going to go with the dress with the plain old blue. Now I've got the 820 here, which actually is in like this mushroom. I don't think I want to put sparklers into the mushroom. But I mean, I have them. Then I have this 550, which I may use. There's a couple of tulips on either side of Alice that just have a little bit of this color towards the outside of the tulip. So I'm thinking that would be really cute, this 550 here. So I may do that. And then I have some other colors here. This one is $7.98. It's a gel color. Some of these are, I think all of them, these are all probably gel colors. This is $7.98, which is not in this painting, but $7.96 is. And that is also in the dress, near the other ABs, near these. Now, I don't know if they really match. So I may not use them, but they're here. And then we have 740, which would have been down in here, and I've already painted that. There's not really enough of this where I would want to use it, to be honest. And then 605 is, or wait a minute. This one, 603, is actually in the bottom. It's like her bloomers that are under the dress. It's just the bottom of her bloomers. I don't think we need to sparkle out her underwear. So that's a no-go. Then we have this 605, which is also in the painting. But I can't find it. I don't know where it is in this painting. So I figure, I mean, I'm just looking at it and I don't see this color. It's an H and I'm not finding an H. So it's probably something way up at the top. So I have these out. And then I just have these sparklers for squares that are pink. I don't know if I'm going to use them anywhere. So they're in here. So bottom line is, I'm probably just going to go with the sparklers that came with the paintings. The ABs. But it was, I said I would look and see, you know, I did the Rapunzel, you know, the Mandy Manzano Rapunzel. And I added a few sparklers, but not many. Just a few, just a touch. So we'll see as the painting progresses whether I need to do that or not. I don't know. So let's talk about what national day is it? It is National Argyle Day. And I got to tell you, I thought, surely I have a pair of Argyle socks. And I do, one pair, but I can only find one of the pair. I don't know where the other sock is. So I have nothing Argyle to wear. And I'll put an example of, you know, on the National Argyle picture that I put up that you just saw. That's what Argyle is. So yeah, I don't have any Argyle. I love it. I think it's really pretty, but for some reason, I don't have any. What is the history of Argyle? Let's talk about Argyle for a minute here. Yeah, I'm looking at it. It's beautiful. It's most commonly referred to as an overall pattern made of diamonds that are overlapping. And it originated from Scotland, the Clan Campbell. That was their tartan. You know, in Scotland, each family had a tartan. And the Clan Campbell had this Argyle pattern. So that's where it originates, 17th century. So it's just layers of these overlapping diamonds. Now, the Duke of Windsor, a luxury knitwear manufacturer and importer, helped increase Argyle's popularity. Duke used Argyle to design golf clothing. So that's why you see it a lot in people that play golf. So Payne Stewart, who played golf from 57 to 99, that was his thing. He would always wear the Argyle socks. So he was known for his Argyle, and you'll see Argyle all over the golf course. You know, people wearing their Argyle socks. So here's what you do. Here's how you celebrate. You get your friends together. You don't really because, you know, we're quarantined. Get your friends together and see who can wear the most Argyle. I mean, I venture to say some people love it. I'm going to say I probably don't have a lot of it because it's not a very slimming pattern. Like patterns on big-shouldered women like myself aren't good. We don't like to wear big patterns. And they're typically on sweaters, and sweaters on big women are not good either. You know, they tend to be very tight in the wrong places because we're all different in shapes and sizes. And so anyway, that's why we make our own sweaters. So yesterday I took the sweater that I'm working on that I showed you in Craft With Me Wednesday, because when I showed it to you, I realized that from the collar to the bottom of the sweater, it didn't look long enough because I really want it to go over my butt in the back. I want it to hang down and go, you know, from the collar to go down to my butt. So I said, okay, I scooped it up yesterday and I started adding rows. So I think I'm going to add like 6 more rows, see how that works. Because it's mine. I have plenty of yarn. I realized I have plenty of yarn, and I just decided I'll make it for me. Yeah, it is what it is, and I want it longer. And yesterday also, I was sitting in my office and I realized that I've got my office, I have like this little path from the door to my desk, which is over by the window. So I can look out the window during the day and on the backyard. What is that noise? You know, in Wichita, there's always planes flying overhead. There's tons of airports, tons of aircraft manufacturers, and so you're always hearing these weird noises. They're not UFOs, they're just whatever. Um, what was I talking about? Oh, so there was kind of like a lull in the day at work. I'm waiting for the refrigerator repairman here, so no nap. So I said, I've got to organize this. A lot of it is yarn. Some of it, like one box was shoes. So I was like, where am I ever going to wear all these shoes? So I put away, I have a shoe rack. So I put the shoes that I'm going to wear in the future, like these gorgeous black high heels. I don't know when I'm ever going to wear them, but I'm not throwing them out. So I put all that stuff away. I find a pair of slippers. Look, guys. Ah, I can't lift my leg. Look, slippers. I have slippers. Didn't even know it. Yes, you told me to put on a pair of slippers. I have a pair of slippers on. I am not going to hit my toes anymore in this house. And I've been so careful. I'm like walking through the house, lifting up my feet, making sure I don't trip on anything. So I, so I, in the hallway next to the office, there is all of these drawers that are built in. So I had put some other stuff in there, so I took the other stuff out, put it some other places, and I filled each drawer with yarn. Like one drawer has bulky, one has number 4, one has 3, and then all the lace, the eyelash yarn and stuff like that that I have. And then I was able to get rid of all these boxes. And then the one box that I kept was not really a box, it's a plastic container, and I put like yarn projects and leftover pieces of yarn and everything like that in there. So the office looks much better now. So yes, I was productive yesterday. Yay. Anyway, what else? What happened this day in history? Well, Elvis Presley. January 8th is Elvis, or he's deceased, so I don't know if you say is or was, is his birthday. January 8th is Elvis Presley's birthday. So when he was 11 years old, he had wanted a gun, a BB gun. You know, and I'm sure his mother's like, no, you'll shoot your eye out. No, you'll shoot your eye out. You can't have a BB gun. She walks him to the local drugstore, and for $6.95, she buys him a guitar, his first guitar. Now, is this a true story? I don't know. It sounds good. I mean, we think it's a true story, so we celebrate it. Also, on this same day in history, because it's Elvis's birthday, on his birthday in 1973, I'm trying to figure out how old he was. Priscilla, his wife, was 21. Oh no, she was 21 when they got married. He first met her when she was 14 years old. Married her when she was 21. Anyway, in 1973, on his birthday, he asked her for a divorce. Happy birthday to me! I want a divorce, Priscilla. But they agreed to share custody. They had only been married for 5 years. So I guess that makes her 26 years old. So she gets $725,000 in spousal support. $725,000 lump sum. And then she gets child support. She got 5% of his publishing company. half of the income from the sale of their Beverly Hills home. She made out like a bandit. Let me tell you, for 5 years of marriage, that's pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. So, Elvis likes to celebrate his birthday in fine style. Well, he's deceased. He's not celebrating it anymore, but I want a divorce. How funny is that? And you know, that's pretty good for 5 years of marriage. Interesting. Oh, my eye itches. I have an itchy eye. Oh. So what else happened yesterday? I worked on my temperature blanket is caught up, the crochet one. I have to work on the loom one today. I didn't work on the loom one, but I'm doing every other row. Like one row will be knit, the next row will be purl. So I was on a knit stitch yesterday, which takes like 5 minutes. So it will be hard to catch up. I'll do the knit row and the purl row today, but it's all the same color. It's going to be in the 20s now for the next couple of weeks probably, because I'm doing the low. So the low temperature is staying in the 20s. And I'm using the 20 to 40 color on the loom knit blanket. Now, last night I did get to change to a colder color on the crochet blanket. And then I watched like 3 episodes of that Virgin River. Oh, man, it just keeps getting better and better. If you can make it through the first few episodes, which really drag, it does get better. And then I was looking there, like there's a whole season 2. So there's 10 episodes in season 1 and 10 episodes in season 2, and I'm on episode 9 of season 1. Yeah, I'm not going to run out of anything to watch this weekend. Because, I watched the nightly news, and I got the gist of what was happening yesterday here in this country in the aftermath of the Capitol breach. I'll just say that. And the intention is to arrest a lot of those people, identify them and arrest them. And the charges that they can be charged with are numerous. They're in big trouble. I don't know if they realize it, but I think the focus had shifted to the president's responsibility in what happened. So it was an interesting day, full of a lot of discussion, probably no action, because, he's only going to be the president for 10 more days. The question is, what kind of damage can he do in 10 days? I don't know. Hopefully, I always say hopefully, and then, with him, you cannot predict what he's going to do. There's just no predicting. A lot of his staffers resigned, and some of them are saying, the man has lost his mind. So, when you have somebody there that is so unpredictable, I agree it's probably best to remove him from office just because he's so unpredictable. Like, what has he got up his sleeve next? You just don't know. His staffers don't know. That's scary. That's really scary. And it's scary for this country. And for those of you who are not from this country and who are sitting back and getting a good laugh, I don't blame you. I really don't. So hopefully we get the dog food today. I checked the tracking on it yesterday. I order my dog food from Chewy.com. The money came out of my bank account on January 2nd. It shipped on January 2nd. It was supposed to be delivered yesterday. It never showed up, unless it's sitting on the front porch and, it came after dark. So hopefully today it comes, because I gave the dogs breakfast this morning, leftover mac and cheese from last night because, there's no canned food and there's dry dog food, but Jake won't eat the dry dog food. And Titsy won't eat the dry dog food unless you put something with it. So I mixed in macaroni and cheese with it. So, well, that's my exciting life. You know what? Also, in this day in history, I have to show you right here. This was my Facebook, this day in history. This was what I was doing 2 years ago today. I was doing the whole Marie Kondo thing. And if you don't know who Marie Kondo is, she's this like organizer. She believes in you just take everything out and you put it in a big pile. So you can see my big pile there. So I decided I'm going to do the Marie Kondo thing, and I put on the big pile. And then what you do is you go through it, and if you don't connect with that piece of clothing, like you pick it up and you don't love it, or it's the wrong size, or you just chuck it. If you pick it up and it's something you really really love and you connect with and it fits, then you put it in the keep pile. And then when you're done, you have like bags and bags and bags of stuff that you can throw out. And I did this. So you can see here, this was like the start of the pile. I will never do that again. I couldn't go to bed that night. So anyway, guys, it's been a great morning. I will see you tomorrow morning on the Saturday morning show because I'm going to give it a shot. So thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye.